What is going on, guys? Opium DFS back with another video. I feel like I've said this many times, like I have to come back and I leave for a long time and then I come back. But tomorrow is NFL week 1, so I gotta come back with another video. And the NFL season hasn't even barely even started yet. We've had 2 games and we're already hitting slips. Look at this 10x we hit on better Friday, or actually today, because Darian Mensah came through, but Keenan Allen came through the reception, CeeDee Lamb discount, and an MLB pick. And as I'm recording this, Cash's college football slip on better as well. If they're going to give us discounts, I'm going to take advantage. I'm going to help the guys in my Discord cash out. If you want to be a part of my Discord, it's $10 a month, but you can also get in for free if you sign up with any of my codes. I'll just match for every $10 that I receive, I'll give you a month. So if you sign up with $30 worth of discounts, $30 worth of sign up discounts, I'll give you 3 months free. But anyways, let's get back into what I'm liking for NFL Week 1. So I'm not going to lie, we have a ton of picks lined up, but this slip right here with Chris Rodriguez and Jayden Daniels, I love this correlation. Jayden Daniels for over 13.5 longest rushing yards. Let's go ahead and pull this up on the optimizer, see where the odds are at. So longest rush over 13.5, 53.22% chance to hit, minus 134 odds. This is higher everywhere else, so PrizePicks is the best line. And the reason why I like this line so much is because if we go over to the game, we know that they traded Brian Robinson Jr., and I don't really think his talent was anything too crazy, but he did have a not a workhorse role, but 60% of the rushes maybe. I think it's actually less than that. I think it was 40% actually. But let's go to, where is it? Longest rush. All right. Over 13.5. So we can see in 2024 he hit in 60% of games, and at home 67% of games at home when they win by the spread. 3 of 4, and that one game he had 12, and that was a blowout. So I'm definitely liking the read on this play. And if we go down here, Brian Robinson had 35.6% of the rushing share. So Jeremy McNichols is still on the team, Austin Eckler is still on the team, Chris Rodriguez is still on the team. They added Ja'Cory Crossing-Merritt. So even though this is 28.1, this is really high for a quarterback. I honestly do expect this to go up to maybe 30, 32. In the early weeks of the NFL season, and that just means more opportunity for Jayden Daniels to go over a longest rush. So that's prop number 1. Let's keep going down the list. So Tony Pollard over 15.5 rushing attempts. Absolutely loving this line. Let's go see what the optimizer is saying. So yeah, over 15.5 favored. So we can see minus 129 on Pinnacle. Some books have it at 16.5. Let's pull it up on Outlier real quick, and some of the reads that I'm looking at for this particular prop, if I can find rushing attempts. All right, cool. Over 15.5. So actually, Underdog has this at plus 101. So you know how they do boost and minus or whatever. This is actually really good value on Underdog if you can find that. I ended up playing a PrizePicks, so it's still positive EV. And you can see in all these games, 11 of 16 away games is probably worst. Actually, 5 of 8. So these are probably games with Tyjae Spears. So I want to go look because Tyjae Spears is actually on IR. So yeah, he is 5 of 5 without Tyjae Spears. This is absolutely incredible value in my opinion. And I'm not going to sit here and act like Will Levis from last year was anything good. But you are bringing Cam Ward, who I do think is better than Will Levis day 1. But since he is a rookie in his first game, I could definitely see Tennessee just going, look, we're going to get the ball to Tony Pollard, ease our quarterback in. So I'm definitely loving this line. Good value. No Tyjae Spears. So I think that is definitely a sharp pick. Let's go through my other PrizePicks plays. So, yeah, let's go to Drake London over 6 receptions because I believe this is still on the board. Let's go to reuse players, actually. Yep. Drake London is still here. So this is also, I think, a really sharp pick to be on. So Darnell Mooney is looking like a game time decision. And even if he doesn't play, or even if he does play, I still think this is really good. So 2024, you can see 5-17 with 5 pushes. Games with Michael Penix. Damn, they got a lot of injuries. So yeah, he's 2 of 5 with a push. But you can see some of these targets are crazy. So 8, 7, 8, 13, 18 targets. So he didn't have a game below 7 targets, and that's against Denver. Pat Surtain, 38-6 loss, 34-14, 34-7, another blowout. So these games are close. We're looking at 13 targets, 18 targets versus Tampa Bay, 29th last year. Defense didn't really change. He saw 30% of the target share. 20% of this might be gone. Everyone knows Kyle Pitts is a cone. So definitely liking this spot. If we pull a Drake London on the optimizer, over 6 receptions. So you can see FanDuel 5.5 minus 172, and then basically 50-50 to go over 6.5. So I think this pushes at worst, but I think this does have potential to go 7 or 8. I think it's more likely he gets 7 than he gets 5. So that is why I'm liking this line for Drake London. It's week 1 of the NFL season, so let's just add some more props for y'all. Let's see what else I got. For example, like this Trey McBride line, like I would tell you, like go hammer Trey McBride at 11.5 fantasy score. But you can see right here, fantasy score is already at 14. So that's the benefit of being in my Discord. Obviously, I don't want you to play Trey McBride at 14 fantasy score. I want you to play him at 11.5. So if you're in my Discord, you'll get the notifications. Anytime I drop a slip, you're going to catch the value early, and you're going to cash out more likely than not than if you were to hit this line at 14. So let's go through the slips I still have in that should be on the board still. So let's go over James Conner, 16 rushing attempts. So I definitely do think this line is very favorable for James Conner. This is probably already at 16.5. Let's just go. Where is it on Prize Picks? Probably. Okay, I guess it's gone. It's probably at 16.5. I think I'd still play this at 16.5, honestly. So you can see 10 of 16 last year. Away games is probably worse. Yeah, 50-50. But games where they win by the spread, we're 3 of 4. They weren't a good team last year. So just games that they win in general, he's over in 6 to 7 matchups. New Orleans, the Saints, they're projected to be probably the worst team in the NFL this year. You can see rushing attempts at 24 right here. This team is really, really bad. Not the Cardinals, but the New Orleans Saints. So honestly, that's one of my sharp picks for the slate too. I do like to take the Cardinals to cover 6.5. But let's see what Connor's at the optimizer. It's ER actually. So it's actually under 16.5, but you can see 15.5 right here is plus 103. So it would flip. So I'm actually okay with taking this on the book for plus money. I just don't really see a world where the Saints cover even at home. Maybe I'm wrong, but I definitely like James Conner at 16.5 rushing attempts. If you get it for like plus 100, if you can find it at 15.5 on like Dabble or something like that, definitely go ahead and take that. And to end this video off, let's go to a game and let's go to the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. So I just want to go over my favorite play or like spread pick for the day. It's actually going to be the New York Giants to cover at Washington at plus 6. Obviously, you can see right here, they didn't really cover plus 6 too often last year. About half the games last year. Head to head, they actually covered both times at this number, plus 6 against Washington. The reason why I actually do like this a lot, Washington's secondary is not very good. They have 2 rookies, Mike Sanderstill and someone else, and then it's Marshawn Lattimore, who's old and wasn't very good last year in Washington. New York is getting an obvious quarterback upgrade. They were throwing out Tommy DeVito out there. So even though Russell Wilson, he might only be like a top 25, 20-ish quarterback, I do think he's good enough to be able to find some holes in this Washington secondary with Malik Neighbors. Darius Slayton's out there. Tyrone Tracy's a good player. So offensively, I think they could struggle against Washington, but I think it's good enough to cover the spread. But where I really look at this is this New York Giants front line. So Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, some other guys on there. I think Dexter Lawrence might be on this team. I think they can definitely wreak havoc on a Washington team that could struggle to run the ball. No Brian Robinson. There's a question mark who's taking up that backfield. Austin Eckler's dirt. Tarek McLaurin barely played in training camp. So I could see a world where Washington starts out slow. The New York Giants get some pressure. They might hit a backdoor cover with like a touchdown on Russell Wilson. So +6 is my favorite spread pick of the day for tomorrow. So that's going to wrap up this video, guys. A bunch of prize picks plays. You can go ahead and see here. You can't really see pictures, but I'm ripping out underdog prize picks. I'm ripping out slips. We're going to have a big day tomorrow. I'm already knowing it. You can see here I'm ripping out Dabble Fantasy. This is a 20x with a James Conner anytime touchdown line. I don't even know why they gave me this as a 20x, but that's absolutely insane. More NFL. We got pick 6 in here. I got to get on Sleeper. Sleeper's got some discounts. I need to send out my Profit X straight bets and my flip parlays. So if you want to be a part of a sports betting community that's non-toxic, really talk sports, maybe crash out at some chalk picks, guys talking about locks, cash slips, esports. We're talking about MMA earlier, soccer. We got everything in here, man, and we're honestly the cheapest in the industry at $10 a month. So take advantage, get in here for free if you can, and I'm gonna enjoy this community to grow during the NFL season and eventually the NBA. So if you watch this full video, please drop a like and subscribe. I appreciate every single one of y'all, and I hope we cash out tomorrow, week 1 NFL. Let's go, baby.